Without much further ado, I'm going to welcome them both onto stage and hope you enjoy what you're going to hear. This is Gordon Stainforth, renowned photographer, writer, and general good person, and Joe Simpson, renowned mountaineer, author, and film star. Thank you very much.
With the water people, you proved yourself that you could do other writing, and it's looking as if you're moving away from touching the void. But meanwhile, the book is being so successful that filmmakers start to get interested in it, and even Hollywood was going to want to make a feature film. I think no less than Tom Cruise was going to be you. Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, the whole publishing business was, I didn't know anything about publishing. I didn't know that you could get an advance, for instance, before you wrote the book. And it was only after I'd drunk the advance that I started to write the book. But I then people started showing interest in film, in making a film, and I was introduced to the world of film contracts and film people, which is quite strange, really. And I think I sold the film rights 5 times. Gosh. But the best time was selling it to Tom Cruise. Anyway, we signed this contract, and I went over to Hollywood to sign the contract.
So was that a huge sum of money? Was it a bit like the Robert Redford story where some writer in Wimbledon was sitting with the horse people, I think it's called, and suddenly this phone call from Robert Redford saying Howard sort of $800,000 for you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I can't remember what it was for originally. I think if they'd gone to final production, as soon as cameras rolled, I think it would have been $500,000.
Good heavens.
Which, if you're on the dole at the time, well, I wasn't at the dole then, but I thought it was quite a lot of money, actually.
So that's putting you under huge pressure to sort of allow this Hollywood version of the story to be done.
No, I wasn't under any pressure at all. They give me the $500,000, they can do whatever the hell they like with it. I mean, I was pretty clear-minded about that anything made by the studios, by the Hollywood studios, was going to be crap. Most of it is anyway. And if you look at any mountaineering film in recent years, I mean, Vertical Limits and Cliffhanger are not really, done us a great deal of service.
They're very entertaining.
Yeah, you have your literary aspirations and whatever, but $500,000, sod them. You take money. So when I went over there, I signed the deal, and they were offering, what was the options? Was it $50,000 or $50,000 a year? And they paid 2 years options, and then Tom Boy said that he didn't want to do it, so I kept the options and then kept the rights.
Good heavens.
And then I thought, I've got enough money now. So when Darla Smithson came up to me and said they want to make a drama documentary, I actually thought this is the way to make a really good film. This is how to tell it straight and to not make the usual Hollywood rubbish. Yeah.
And
that's how that happened.
Did you know anything about that production company, the Darla Smithson company?
Well, John Smithson is a friend of mine now. He came up, he approached me directly. All the previous negotiations with the American films, it was always dealing with American film lawyers and stuff like that. And it was all completely false. Whereas John just came up and he showed me films that he'd made. Yeah. And
so it was his brainchild to do it this way.
He was the one who wanted to do this. And as soon as it came up, I knew there'd be, there wouldn't be this sort of Tom Cruise style money. And also the good thing was that Tom Cruise wouldn't be playing me. So. But I just thought this is the way. And I thought, well, if they do this really well, if I retain the theatrical rights, which I did, I can then sell it on to Hollywood, which I've since done.
So I want to share a clip now of the...
Yeah, Martin Brown, who worked with Baz Luhrmann on Romeo and Juliet and another very famous film, Moulin Rouge, he's supposedly filming it now, but I made a point in the contract that I want nothing to do with it, and so just give me the money.
It's worked out pretty well always, hasn't it?